So look at the scary bit on the back with all the different chords. They're not actually. There's nothing more difficult. There's nothing more difficult on that sheet than the G sharp minor that we just looked at there, right? But just so you know what you've done, it says easy, but easy is a relative concept. So you've got. That's what you've played. Can you see? You play B. I've been calling it B, and when you look at it on the sheet, the song side, I've just put the basic voicings B, F sharp, E, because it's much. All you need is a cue to change, right? But when you open the top two strings of B, you get B11, and if I get a chance, I'll slot the odd thing in the weeks to come before Christmas about why it's B11, right, and that kind of thing. So, and again, when you play the F sharp on the second fret with the top two strings open, it's F sharp 11, right? So all of the names are correct for the voicings, and you can see I've given you the two choices that I gave you on the board for G minor flat 6, because G minor flat 6 isn't the chord that he plays, because they changed the tuning of the guitar slightly, which you're going to do in a minute. And then the F sharp minor 7s at the end, and the F sharp minor 6. That's the chord that right at the end of the coda, right at the end where he sings it solo with the guitar. And I saw you spot it. It's a slightly different sounding chord. The minor chord comes in, it sounds discordant. Yeah. That's the chord, right? So I'll give that. Then the second row is the standard tuning again, but it's the inside chords. I've talked to most of you tonight about adding an extra finger to the standard tuning, and that the extra finger you can use to locate the fret that. Your seventh, do you see where I'm in the second row? You see, and it changed it from B11, or does it? No, yeah, because I've made them inside chords. You're all, everybody's all. I'll put this on the video, but inside chords because the outside strings are damped. So I've taken the E out, stopping it from B11. I've just sent it back to B. And so okay, and so again, if you're interested in you can relate those chord names to the open strings, and you could probably do a bit of detective work and teach yourself a bit about chord voicing if that's your idea of a good time. Personally, I'll be in the garden on Saturday, but you know.
This B sus4.
Doing yes.
What chord's that based on?
B sus4.
Yeah.
Which one?
Second row.
The second row. It's any old sus4. You know, you play.
I was just thinking because if you were playing a B using the A form, wouldn't you then 3 strings?
No, it's a B in the E form. It's a B in the E form.
In the E form.
Can you see? Because the chord next to it.
It is because the other fingers down.
Yeah. Well, if you look at the shape on the sheet, the B to the left on the second row.
Yeah.
That's just you can call it an F shape or you can call it an E shape.
Yeah.
Right, E shape. Finger 2 is the third. So you move it up like it's just like you do with a D. Mostly people do it on D sus4 and A sus4, but it happens on B as well. And Chris Martin plays that in the intros. You hear it. In fact, you know, you'll hear. That's the B. Now listen now. There's the B, and then it goes up. That extra note that comes in, that's the sus. The reason is that it doesn't. It's not as pronounced as you sometimes you play a sus chord. Is because the strings, the open strings, pedal on and they don't change, and the sus is lower in the chord, so it doesn't jump out so much. The higher, if you play like D sus4, like this. It's starting crazy. I think I love the movements at the top of the chord, so you can hear it. But if you play it here, it's a bit more buried, but it's the same effect.